We back with another one, man. And another one, another one. This is What Women Are Really Thinking, Homestead Edition. I'm excited, man. This is like my second home. I come here to have fun, chill with the family. This is somebody that seen me from the belly. Before I was even thought of, she already knew I was coming. So I'm excited to have her on here. This is, like I said, a full circle moment for me because, they was watching me grow up. Now I can come back and ask them and talk to them about these stories and things of that nature. And this a little more feeling for me because she an Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I get to pick a brain of a woman Aquarius other than my auntie. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell people about you.
Hello, my name is Magalie. I am 38 years old, a mother of two. Yes, as Nate did say, I am an Aquarius. I've actually been living here in Homestead all my life. I am a Floridian. I am a Haitian, actually first generation in my family to be born in the U.S. Excuse my voice. I work overnight. I just woke up like less than 40 minutes ago, so the voice might be a little shaky, but I'm here.
Yeah, that's all it's about, man. It's about what you said, not about how you say it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So now tell us about your upbringing, where you come from, all that good stuff.
All right, so I would say my upbringing was a very unique upbringing. I am the first generation of my family to be born here in the U.S. I'm also the only child on my mother's side. To be honest with you, I was a spoiled brat. Everything that I wanted, I got. I got it from every single individual. So I would say my upbringing probably was a bit different from my other friends due to the fact that I was mixed in both culture as being in a Haitian house and also living in a black community in Florida City. 39th in the 80s was the hood, crack, pandemic, like literally we was right in the middle of it. But growing up, I didn't see all that. Growing up, it was nothing but like fun activities. I was a tomboy. We used to catch tadpoles, put them in a jar, shake that shit up, kill them hoes before they could even pop up. We used to catch lizards. Like we used to do like crazy stuff. I was more as a fighter. I fought everyone, from boys to adults, the pastor wife, fought in church. Yeah, I was more such as a delinquent growing up, but hey, I'm a young lady now. You learn from your mistakes.
So how was your upbringing going to school? Like, what was you doing in school? Was you into sports, into the books, or you was like, nah, I ain't really vibing with school?
To be honest with you, I balanced it all. I was in a mix of everything. In class, I would do my classwork. I would make sure that I get the grade that I needed. The next thing you know, I'll act up. If someone actually disrespected any one of my friends, I was the one that stepped up. If I saw the weak getting bullied, I stepped up for them. If I felt like someone was being spoken to in a disrespectful way, I spoke up. I don't know why I did that, but I did. I don't
think
know.
that's a heart thing though. Like you just had a heart for people.
I did. I'm an open book. I have a very big heart. And when I see certain people getting bullied that didn't have a voice of their own, I basically step up for them and I didn't allow that disrespect. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm the same way. I feel like, if you can't protect yourself, who gonna protect you?
Correct.
Because, there's a lot of people out there that they just wake up on the wrong side of bed and wanna mess with somebody. So that's a good trait to have.
Yeah, and some people just don't know how to defend themselves actually, because they just don't have the ability, the strength to actually stand up for themselves. And when I see that there's a person, an individual that is like that, I speak up for them, even if I know them or not. I'm just gonna speak up.
Okay, for sure. So after high school, what was your plans? What was your goals? What was things that you was getting into? Because that's when adulthood really hits.
Correct. Oh, wow. After high school, I actually went into like work mode. I wasn't one of the individuals that attended college, unfortunately, but I was still around. Me and my friends was still getting together like every other weekend. So at the high school, we actually kind of like started. To be honest with you, we started our adulthood in high school. If not in high school, probably was in middle school. Don't tell nobody. But we were hitting the clubs at the age of 14, 15. Like, we did not look our age. We weren't dressed like our age. So we were out there. So we were not necessarily out there, like out there, but we were, we were going out at a very young age. But we still kind of like, we held our grounds. We basically stick it in there. We worked. I was a young mother. I actually had my first child at the age of 20. So I already had like responsibility by the time I became an adult. So having a child at a young age and basically trying to get a a scoop of things, how life is supposed to go, every day was a journey. It was never something different. It was always something different. Every day when I woke up, it was like a lesson learned. So I basically took every day, day by day. To this day, right now, I'm still taking it day by day.
Okay, so you know you got it all together pretty much for the most part now. But what back then? What was something that you had to overcome, or like the biggest lesson you had to learn growing up and being a mother, a young mother at that?
Um, young at a young age, what I actually needed to overcome was the stereotype of growing up being Haitian. Now, in the 80s, it was kind of weird. In the 90s, it got a little extra weird because a lot of our kind was actually coming to the US. Now, yes, they got picked at. I wasn't really in the mix of them being picked at, and that was because not a lot of people knew that I was Haitian unless I told them that I was Haitian. So it was kind of like, it was just I was living in the best of both worlds, to be honest with you. Like, I seen the good, I seen the bad. So I kind of like stuck in the middle, but like I said, I didn't allow disrespect to actually happen in front of me. So I kind of like allow certain things to be said, a lot of certain things to be, I allow certain things to happen. But my upbringing was, honestly, it wasn't too bad. There's really not, it wasn't hard for me growing up down here in Homestead. But yeah, honestly, it wasn't hard for me. I don't think there's anything else I could say about
That's
that.
good. I mean, because a lot of people see, Homestead as a country, because a lot of people don't know where it's at. People think Homestead is Miami. They have different stereotypes and different things that they think about when it comes to this culture. Because when I come down here, it's like a different culture, different vibe. I
It
think
is.
more people are like family oriented down here.
It is. It
Um,
always been like that. We always been like a village down here in Homestead. Um, when we were kids, there was one particular lady. Her name was Ajani, and she actually watched every single one of us. Like, literally, she watched every single one of us. So we always been like, a very tight community down here in Homestead. Even though if we weren't blood, we still treated each other as family. Like, our parents coming down here, the first job that they had was the bean field. So that's where we kind of like really, well, the ones that didn't grow up with our parents in their hometown, is like a lot of us kind of like became more as family members, such as, like, for an example, my parents, well, my mother, I could say that she actually grew up with Nicole's mom. I could say that she actually grew up with Renette's mom, because they actually grew up in the same type of hometown in Haiti. So by them growing up young, us coming here to the U.S., well, them coming here to the U.S., and us being born here, we end up eventually growing up with each other and our kids end up growing with each other. So it's like a family circle is a circle of life that's actually taking place amongst our community. But yeah, it's life is good.
Yeah, that's why when I come down here, I feel warm welcome. Everybody, shows immense love. I don't ever see like negativity. So how y'all get past all the negativity and all the things that are going on? Because things are going up, inflation, rent is going up, the community is what it is. But how y'all stay positive and doing the things y'all do?
Love, strength, the dedication of just being one community. That's just how, like, how we actually bypass the negativity. We always keep, like, a positive thought in our minds. We basically want to set a vibe, set an example to our kids, so they could see, like, yes, life can be a struggle, but then at the same time, you can always enjoy life as well. So, negativity happens, but it's the way how you want the outcome to turn out. So when the negativity happens, turn that negativity to a positivity, and then next thing you know, everything will be well.
For sure that. So let's get into yourself and relationships. We wanna we wanna ask cause Jody was talking to Pete and he was like, women are unstable creatures. Do you believe that, or do you think males make women unstable?
Um, I could say a male figure will have something to do with our behavior. Um, I won't say that we're an unstable creature, but we are very unique. And that's because us women, we love strong. Like, we love, like, the first thing that will happen in a relationship with us would be our emotions. If we see like the interaction between the opposite sex or even the same sex is a vibe, as long as we are laughing throughout the whole conversation, man, that's just gonna make us fall in love. But for me, I've actually been single for a while. Um, I would love to find love.
So why do you think females tend to love hard? Not off the rip, but like sooner than males.
I like to I like to go all the way back to biblical time. I like to blame Eve. You feel me? Because Eve was the first woman, but then at the same time, it's like we also go through, like, our cycle, like that has something to do with it as well. But we just love hard. We just love strong. It's just a part of being a woman. We're multitask. We are strong individuals in our own ways. We basically kind of, like, we care too much. I don't know. It's just part of being a woman. It's like one of the ability that every single one of us have. Like, it's a strain that actually just get sent to our DNA as soon as we are being created in the womb. Like, she's going to be a woman. She's going to be strong. She's going to be dedicated. She's going to be multitask. She's going to be the one that will be a leader. All women are leaders in our own ways. But, yeah, that's just, I don't know. Go back to Eve and all the other strong women that actually passed on the ability to make us stronger than what we are now. We actually learn from what we see. So if we see there is a perfect example of a woman out there that's showing us that we can do it, best believe it, we're going to run with it. And if we don't make it better, we're going to do it. And we're going to just, like, kill that shit. Excuse my language.
Nah, for sure. So let's piggyback on something you said before you answer that question. You said you want to find love someday, and you probably not in a rush to do that. But if you could make your perfect guy, what would be his setup? How would he be set up?
My perfect guy is a God-fearing man that loves, that's a family-oriented guy. like someone that is going to accept me for all my flaws, because baby, I got the flaws. But then again, someone that is very strong, because I am a head on strong individual. I'm very blunt. I speak my mind. I need someone that's actually going to be a protector, someone that is ready for a lifetime experience, because I'm a rider. I'm not in it for just like around the corner type of relationship. When we together, we together. And if we together for the long run and you thinking that you're gonna break up with me, I might kill you. And that's
What?
just,
Why you gonna kill him for?
man,
Cause
come
it's
on, man.
you don't think of the whole it's a lot of fish in the sea type vibe.
Yeah, but listen, man. When you're in a relationship and there's like time taking place in the relationship, emotions, the how can I say, the partnership that comes together with it, it depends on how the relationship goes. Like, yes, I understand that there could be problems. Yes, you can actually kind of like, shy away from each other. You could dislike each other when things happen. But at the same time, I feel like you can always come together and have a conversation to stay in a relationship. Like, once you're in a relationship, I don't feel like there's no need for you to actually go seek out for anything else. Like, what's the difference that you're gonna have in one person than the other? Like, you could basically have you could basically be in the same experience with another individual. It's just like the only difference is just another person. But other than that, nah, like, yes, there's a lot of fishes in the sea, but no, you ain't going nowhere if you fucking with me. You my man. Okay, fuck with it if you want to. If there's history behind it, all right, you gonna see what's gonna happen. That's all. But I love you though. I love you.
That's funny. So how do you work through problems? Like how do you deal with controversy in a relationship?
I would say this. I always feel like if you're in a relationship with an individual and there is a heated argument, do not go to sleep without talking about the situation. I feel like it's very important to talk things out just so you could kind of clear your mind to have a better understanding, especially if you love the individual. You will do anything to kind of like, dissolve whatever, dissolve any bad fume that's actually taking place at the time. So I believe communication is a key. It helps as long as you are head on and want to kind of keep the relationship and love that individual. Communication is it.
But how do you like teach your partner? Because what if, like, because they say everything is a generational thing.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you teach your partner, somebody that doesn't come from a family of communication, teach them how to communicate in a way?
I would set an example. I would set an example for the my partner. I will basically kind of like, provide them with additional details so they can understand where I'm coming from. And then after I give them my point of view, I will sit down and kind of like let them speak their behalf in order for us to kind of like, come together. There's always going to be an agree and disagreement when it comes to a relationship. But at the end of it is more of the respect that you have for each other. So, yes, there will be some time that, you will be arguing with your partner and certain things will be said, certain things will happen. But at the same time, as long as you guys communicate with each other and you guys kind of like talk it out before the sun comes up, I believe everything will be well.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing because, females kind of are they express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I'm going to tell you how I feel regardless of if you ain't going to listen or not.
Correct.
And some guys, they come into relationships not knowing because they probably him and the mom and the son don't have that communication factor to where like, mom, this is how I feel. So when they get in a relationship, they like communication. What is that?
Correct. They
So
don't
that's
know how to do it.
yeah. So that's what I was wondering because a lot of males probably like, all right, I want to communicate with you, but what's the best way possible to communicate? Where's the open floor? Can I be able to say things to you in a certain manner? Are you gonna be able to understand me? Because a lot of guys don't know how to talk.
Correct. And I've actually been in those type of relationship where the the guy don't even speak, don't express nothing, but you can actually tell that they're feeling a certain way because their physical actions will show you that they feel in a certain way. So when you see the body language kind of like shifting to a different direction, that's when you kind of like you have to speak up because the truth is action do speak louder than words. So if you see someone kind of like moving left, sometime if that person that you well if you see that person moving left, yes, and you love that person, move left with that individual too, because you don't want to lose it, that person. You don't want their mind to shift in a whole nother direction where it's just going to be negative thoughts happening. So it's like when you see it happen, like I say, talk. Communication is it. Communication is key. Communication work, like literally talk. It works for the physical being, it works for the mental being, it works for everything. And I just feel like talking will make a difference.
They really do. I mean, cause I'm one of the people that kind of like I'm detached. I got a detached factor to me. So when I just feel shut down, I kind of detach from the situation because I
Yeah.
want to let it go. Cause I'm the type of person, bro. I can get mad tomorrow, and then be over by the next day.
Yeah, my kids actually say I'm bipolar because they say I could be so mad and like I could be like in a heated argument. The next thing you know, I just changed to a whole nother personality, and it's true. I actually can shift to a different personality within another and within seconds, and that's because I feel like after I said what I said, it's a done data. I'm gonna move on to the next. But if you want to keep it going, I'm gonna keep it going. But then you probably don't want that because it's gonna be like in a never end type of situation. I'm gonna make the shit worse. You feel me? So it's more as in like after I said what I said, you better take it and don't make it any
Bigger than
worse.
what
Yeah,
it is.
don't make
Yeah.
it any bigger because I could take it to that level, and that's when you really gonna start disliking me. And I could go years and not talk to somebody. But then that doesn't mean I dislike you. I just don't kind of like fuck with you. We could be in the same circle, we could be in the same building, but at the same time, I'm going to still respect you and say hello, and I will just keep it like that. But other than that, yeah, is how actions speak louder than words. I'm always going to look at the body language before anything.
So how do you go about protecting your peace? Like, what's a way that, because a lot of people go through these mental challenges, and I came to your house and it's just peaceful in here. So how do you protect your peace, and how do you keep your mental health at a steady pace, a balanced pace?
Um, I don't know if I should say this, but I am a marijuana user. I inhale every day. I enjoy it. That is something that actually calms my nerves. I I'm a single mother, so I have a lot of responsibility on my plate. There's a lot of things that's taken going on in my life, but then the way that I keep my mental stage is basically like yeah, the marijuana smoking part. But then I also do this particular therapy where on Sundays I go to the beach and I catch the sunrise. Before the sun comes up, I'm basically meditating with Mother Nature. I'm enjoying the sound of the ocean. I'm looking at the wave of the water. Like it literally calms my nerve. It calms my week. It calms my life. I just love the connection that I could have with Mother Nature. There's some time I literally go outside and sink my toes into the grass just so I can feel the earth underneath my feet. So there's a lot of different type of meditation that I do, but my favorite is to go to the beach on Sundays and actually open up my week, and that it works. It literally works. It makes my week go by very smooth. I don't even remember like when I do that type of trip, like if I even have like a bad week, it's always a wonderful week. So I like to keep that tradition going by going to the beach and kind of like enjoy the view before the sunrise.
All right. So you talked about motherhood a little bit. I want to piggyback and jump in that book, that chapter of your life. So you spoke on you have 2 kids. You got the pair that everybody wants. You got the boy and the girl.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to have the boy and the girl, and they say they're done. I'm one of those people. So how is it like, you know, being a single mother with the pair, the boy and the girl? You know, how's that dynamic?
It was very crazy. Like, as I said, I grew up as the only child in my home, but my dad actually has a total of 8 kids. I know all my siblings. I grew up with them as well, but it's still different growing up in a household of just being your own self. Now, having 2 kids, a girl and a boy, when they were younger, they used to fight all the time. And I never actually understood it. I used to be in my room and hear them argue, and I just used to sit and listen because I didn't used to argue with my siblings. Like I say, I was the only child. So even going to my dad's house and I would see my siblings argue with each other, I used to be like, oh, oh, oh. So when my kids, like having my kids and them growing up and they doing the same thing, I'm like, oh. Oh. So I used to let them do what they do because I was learning from them. I'm like, I wish I had a little brother or a big sister growing up in my household. Probably I would have been totally different. I probably would have been like a bit antisocial. But yeah, I'm kind of like an introvert, but I don't too much fuck with people though. I love y'all.
So who out of both of your children, who has like the similar traits with you?
I think my kids, they both have a mixture of me. Like, they say my daughter acts like me. I don't see that. But yeah, she does kind of act like me. They say, my son talks like me. I don't see that. But he actually does speak proper though.
I don't know. I seen him since he was a baby. He definitely is growing up to be a fine young man. I can see.
Thank you.
So, what's like some of the craziest things like they done told you? Like, what's something that you done talked to them, or they came in like, Mom, this is going on. Like, what's some of the craziest things they done told you?
So, my kids actually, like my son is very, very open. I remember when my son was about like, I don't know. I think he was like 8 or probably like 7. My son came up to me. He was like, Mom, when is the proper age for me to start watching porn? I'm like, whoa, really?
How do you answer a question like that, dude?
Actually, I was shocked because I wasn't expecting that question. So I was like, well, son, I'll just tell you this. You have to be 21 to start watching porn. But then at the same time, I know once when you get with your peers, you're going to eventually do certain things. And I was like, well, I'm not sure if I'm the right person to ask these questions, but let me get in contact with your uncles and let me see what they say. But my first, honestly, no lie, my first impression was, should I watch porn with him and actually, like, teach him, like, the ins and out. But then when I said that to my brothers and my cousins, my male cousins, and his uncles, they were like, Magalie, what the fuck? Like, that's nasty, ew. Especially Kenson. Kenson like, that's nasty, that's gross. Like, who would sit there with my mom and watch, ew? I was like, well, I don't know. Like to me,
That's the growing pains of being a single parent.
you
Then.
feel me? Yes. Like it's like I'm a single mother. Like what am I supposed to do? Like I myself, I enjoy watching it. So I'm like, should I watch it with my son? But then when I really thought deep about it, I was like, that's kind of like disgusting. So I basically told him, I was like, talk to your uncles and speak to them. They are the male figure. See what they say. They spoke to him. I don't even know what their conversation was about. So they had that little discussion among, being a part of that male dominant type of family community stuff. So I don't know what they told my son, but I hope that they did provide him with positive, feedback.
It's a different vibe when you talking to your uncles and your cousins,
I
your older
know.
cousins, because they gonna just tell you what it is. Because I had those conversations because I was kind of similar to him. I was asking my mom questions, and she was like, "Hey, go ask somebody else. Don't ask me about that." And it's just like I remember having this conversation with my goddad, and he was like, "All right, let me tell you about the birds and the bees." He explained it to me, and then I was just like, "Okay." And then it is what it was after that, So I just kept it moving. I mean, I didn't act on the thing after. I just understood. Like it gave me a clarity
Yeah.
to understand what was going on, because that's a touchy subject, and for him to do that, that means you and him have an open door policy. So
Yeah.
he might not never lie to you.
No, and honestly, yeah, my son, he is an open book. Like he doesn't hold nothing back. Like literally, he'll come to me and just show me his whole private part, and I'll be like, "Son," like,
Oh no.
and that's because and I understand that. Like, who else will provide him with the most utmost, respect and the truth? Like, if anything, I don't hold back nothing from my kids. I tell them the good, the bad. I give them experience. I provide them with details. I even will go on Google and pull out like information just so they could have a clear understanding of what I'm informing them. Like, it's a taking care of kids, having kids is like you have to teach them the good and bad about life. And like I told them, I can't be with you every day and protect you, but then you have to know when someone is coming towards you in a negative way. Like, if anything, I always tell them, do not ever let your guard down. Always be ready, because you don't know what's going to happen. Like me, I'm ready all the time. You won't catch me slipping. Trust and believe me, you won't catch me slipping. When you think I'm slipping, bitch, I'm ready. And I mean, I'm ready for anything. Fuck with it if you want to. You gonna see what's gonna happen. Sorry, that's another personality. I have multiple personalities.
So what about your daughter? What's that relationship like? Because they say when you have a girl, it's more of a tight leash than a boy.
Yeah.
So what is that like?
Having a girl is, well, my daughter is my baby doll. She is my personal baby doll. She is my little mini me, but I want to see the best version of me coming from her. So when I see her kind of like, staring in the wrong direction, in the direction that I probably once took place, I basically would kind of like bring her back. I'd be like, yo, that's not the way to go, because I went that route, and look, that's not the path that you want to go. So having a girl is very challenging because, girls are very strong-minded. And then I love the fact that my daughter friends, her close friends, they are literally like very smart individual little girls, like, well, I should say young ladies. They are very smart, beautiful young ladies that had a head on their shoulders. They basically kind of like, keep my daughter grounded as well. They keep each other grounded. I love their friendship. So basically taking care of my daughter is not hard. She's a good kid. My kids are good kids. They didn't really start any trouble in school for me. I barely went to like parent teacher conference. I did go to a couple, but not that many. Not like how my mama went for me. You feel me? Like my mama came to my third grade class and whooped me in front of all my classmates. And that was because I had got into a fight with somebody and I had got suspended, but I ain't tell my mom that I was suspended. So I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to school today. I'm sick. Da, 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 da. But she knew I wasn't sick. So she was like, you going to school. So she forced me to go to school. And I eventually went to school. The person was like, what you doing here? Aren't you suspended? And I was like, yeah, but my mama told me to come to school. So you didn't tell your mom? No. So they called my mom. When they called my mom came to the school. Boy, she showed I had got a whooping in front of everybody in my third grade class. But guess what, though? That ain't make me weak though. That shit made me stronger. Cause if somebody said anything about that, it was gonna be a fight, and nobody had said nothing.
Why is like down here everybody's a fighter?
We just I don't know.
Mulan, we had her on. She said she was fighting.
Yeah.
Now you telling me you was fighting. Why y'all was always fighting? My mom was fighting. All y'all was fighting.
I don't know. That I'm like I told you.
Everybody was getting beat up by y'all.
Oh yeah, boy. But we was knocking heads, boy, at a very young age, and I don't know why we were just fighting like that. But like I said, it's like for me, if you say something in a very disrespectful way, it's going to trigger, and it could just be like one word, and that just like bomb, a whole nother personality come, and that will basically make me like turn into that fighter. So it's more as in what is being said. And, a lot of people didn't know how to really communicate at a very young age. So, yeah, if you said something wrong, we fight you. And we didn't give a fuck who you were.
All right, yeah, I feel that. Though. I'm the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want to tell the females out there? Give them some free game, things they need to know, things they need to watch out for. Because this is what the segment is all about. We want to help women grow and come together in unity factor. So what's something you want to tell them?
I would like the females to know that when that time comes, when you have to put your head down, keep it up. Like always keep your head straight forward. Always keep your mind into a better experience, and always basically kind of like, know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So it's like, the experience that us female go through in life is something that we basically have to experience and endure, and actually kind of like to make us stronger individuals in order for us to keep this planet going. Because honestly, us women is the reason why the earth is still moving. The earth is called Mother Nature, and that's because we are the ones that are producing, and we are the ones that's actually placing these babies on planet Earth. So at the same time, it's like us women, we just have to be strong-minded all the time. We're not for the weaks. We're not for the weak. Like we're not birds. You feel me? We're not birds. We're basically the elephant that walk on this planet. Like how they say how elephants actually walk on planet, how they basically kind of like when they walk, the earth shakes. You could feel the
definitely
you
could feel them coming through.
You could feel the wrath from coming from the ground. That's us. That's us as women. Like we're basically like we are the planet. So at the end of the day, one thing that a male needs to know is that us women, yes, we go through our emotions, but at the end of the day, just continue to love us for who we are, cause we gonna be that ride or die for you. We're going to stick beside you. We're going to be the one that you can always call on. But at the same time, don't fuck us over, cause we might kill you. Sorry.
All right, what you value more, loyalty or respect?
Shit. Damn. I would say respect.
Why?
Because it's like loyalty could be broken in so many different ways. Like I think loyalty could just be broken in so many different ways. Like you just go to you go through different journey with different individuals. So as long as the respect is there, like you know that you'll be able to kind of like balance a situation with respect. But loyalty can always be broken. Like for me, I will always go to respect than loyalty. Like I'm a loyal individual. Like I will stand my grounds when it comes to like family, friends. Like I've been fucked over before by family and friends, but then at the same time, it doesn't change the loyalty that I have for them. The respect will be there as well. But shit happens. But I will go with respect than loyalty, to be honest.
I feel that. So, is there anything you want to say to the Magalie from the past and the Magalie from the future?
So what I would like to say to Magalie in the past is that, girl, you made it. You could have been stronger, but you made it. You still here. You head on. You doing your damn thing. But then, like, the Magalie from the past is basically the Magalie in the future. Because every day is a life lesson. Every day is a struggle. So I'm not, what I'm doing, I don't feel like what I'm doing in the past. Well, yes, I'm a bit more stronger than how I was in my younger days, because the responsibility is like, making me stronger. The ability to kind of like to let things go and just give it to God, to kind of like give me the strength to still live on and not be so stressed out. I basically will say, like, Magalie in the past, keep it moving, because you're the reason why Magalie in the future is still going.
For sure. I like that. Well, I'm going to close it out right here. We're going to bring this back again because I enjoyed this. Very peaceful, very vibe. You know what I'm saying? Very aesthetically pleasing. Shout out to my favorite. Y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video, and we out. Peace. Yo, it's your boy Nate, man. The hottest podcast out right now. What Will I Think of Podcast. Man, y'all need to go like, comment, subscribe for real, man. This podcast going up. We got bangers on the way. A lot of bangers, man. Y'all go view them last 2 episodes, man. If y'all really vibe with me. And we out.